We're going to repair the muffler on a Suzuki 1990 model Quad Runner. So you can see the holes in the exhaust there when the engine was up being tested to see if I could get it running, and I wasn't too concerned about it at that stage, but it's time to fix it now. This is the tailpipe on the exhaust system of the Quad Runner. It was rotted out under there. I think that's the I'm not sure, I think that plug there might have been the bottom or somewhere near it, but I've seen a number of them rotted out like that. I don't actually know what the end cap's gone completely. I've cut this off the bike, and it's bent out of shape now. Possibly happened while I was cutting it, but I might be able to match up the cut a little bit to work out what position this plug was in. So the back of the pipe at the moment is just where I cut it. Angle grinder marks there. Looks like it's sort of a double layer arrangement. Up inside there you can see what looks like, it looks like an impeller, but I suspect it's a diffuser that makes the swirls the exhaust gases as they exit that front part. This part I think is a Spark Arrestor, and I'm going to rebuild it with a new piece. I'm just going to decide how I'm going to do that. I want to remove that plug and incorporate that in the new piece. So we'll see how we go. I had cut the tail piece off and painted the rest of the muffler and fitted it to the bike. First job is to remove the whole system, so there's a couple of bolts either side on the block and a clamp on the tailpipe. The thing sits up underneath this heat shield, and you've got to wiggle it off the tailpipe. At this stage I had no idea what a tailpipe looked like, so I looked in the operator's manual. There was a picture there, and then went looking on eBay for ones for sale, and I got images of what the end plate looked like and what a bike looked like with the tailpipe in place. So I got a pretty good idea from these photos what I was aiming to recreate. Next job was to remove the drain plate. Coming up to a dull glow now. Can't hold the camera and the heater and stuff all at once, so that'll be it. I cut the weld-on section off the original tailpipe so that I could use it on my new one, so it worked fine. I shortened the tailpipe another 15mm or so to get rid of rust, and then bent up a piece of tubing and adjusted it and welded it on with my chicken shit welding, but it ground up okay later on. I had to start thinking about how this Spark Arrestor actually worked, and found this diagram and thought I'd copy that And the first thing I did was I'd start to make a punch and die to make a new end cap for the muffler, and went about turning up a die, used an old bearing as a punch, and then knocked out the centre so it would hold a centre pipe. These are the materials shown here that I used, and I ended up with a very neat formed metal end cap that was a neat fit on the centre pipe. You can see it there next to the end cap. It's about 100 millimetres long. That's it pressed on, and this is it now fitted inside the end of the tailpipe, and I went about then welding the weld-on section for the drain pipe, and run some neat welds around the ends because I didn't need to use filler rod. I just melted the two layers together, both on the centre pipe. Then it just needed a shot of paint, a clean up and a shot of paint. It was quite a good result, I believe. So a long time in the process, but get out of your shed and have a go yourself.